Bayern Munich with another win, 5-2 over Augsburg in the DFB Pokal. It wasn't a superb match. I'll be going through my match analysis, Nagelsmann rating, but usually I do player ratings also for these games, but today I'm just doing this match analysis video. I'll have the player ratings at the end of this video. My standouts from this match were Davies and Choupo-Moting. Choupo-Moting, Ronaldo El Fenomeno, reincarnated almost, one would say. I'll have their ratings in the player rating section. My happiness is pretty high. I'm a bit disappointed that Augsburg were able to get back into the game, going to 3-2, and I think, did they make it 1-1 also maybe? Or was it was 1-0 at the start, yeah. So it was a bit of a bad reflection on the defense that Augsburg were causing us problems. It wasn't completely clear-cut, but in the end we did the job. We played decent football, nice attacking passages, and some of the quality of play was good. Therefore my Nagelsmann rating is a 7.5. The attacking passages were good, but the defense did leave a bit to be desired. They hit us on the break a couple of times, and they almost broke us. How the tactics worked: 4-2-3-1 in defense. In the attack, it was a 4-2-3-1. Kimmich was often the lone player, with Goretzka making those forward runs. Pavard and Davies were out wide, so they were really providing lots of width up and down that left and right flank, and we saw multiple times Davies went through on goal. Pavard went kind of through on goal. Pavard should have got assist, of course. I think Mane fluffed his lines. But Pavard and Davies also stayed inside sometimes, allowing Gnabry to be on that right, allowing Mane to be on that left, and through that it created lots of Bayern Munich's play. There was interchanging between Musiala and Gnabry on that centre right position, but it was more structured, as I said last time, with this Bayern Munich tactics, where Choupo-Moting is playing, when he is playing. He is really that focal point in attack. We saw a couple crosses come into the box as a result of this, and it shows how Nagelsmann adapts the style of play when Choupo is playing. And Choupo playing really well right now, by the way, and I think he should start the next few games. If a player plays well, play them the next few games. That's my opinion. Nagelsmann's talked about this training mechanism where players who perform best in training and the games get to play next game. Why shouldn't Choupo-Moting be a starter in our next Bundesliga match? I think he should be. But anyway, you have Musiala and Gnabry interchanging. Choupo-Moting really firm in that attacking position, but still drifting into the channels a bit. But it really allowed the three behind him to rotate a little bit, but still less fluid than the usual Bayern structure we've seen this season. As for my player ratings, let's go. Choupo-Moting, I think 9 out of 10. That goal, expertly taken. Got the assist too. Okay, maybe not 9 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. Goal, great goal. Got an assist too. Was involved in the play yet again. Good performance. Gnabry, I think he fluffed his lines a couple times. I'll give him a 7. He was involved. Got into good positions. Musiala, the dribbling was not there for as good as usual for some of it, but got a nice goal. Played pretty well. I'll say a 7.5. Mane, 6 out of 10. He's still not being able to dribble. I really think that Mane would be better back in the striker position. Play a 4-2-2-2 again, maybe. But what is clear is that I think Mane will be benched if he continues this current form. It's simply not good enough, and he's not playing well right now. Goretzka, solid performance, 7.5 out of 10. Involved, nothing much to say. Kimmich also 7.5 out of 10. Involved, got a very nice goal, very well taken. Actually, should be 8 out of 10, let's be real. Pavard, I thought Pavard got into good positions. I mentioned he should have got that assist because he really darted forward to then play the cross into Mane. 7.5 out of 10, very solid. De Ligt was delictful today, 7.5 out of 10. I'm giving lots of 7.5 out of 10s, but all the players played pretty well. Upamecano has been really good recently, really solid in recent weeks, but I thought he could have done better for the second Augsburg goal, and there were a few times he maybe got spun, so maybe 6.5 out of 10. It wasn't a vintage Upam performance. Davies, my man of the match, pretty much flawless performance, 9 out of 10. Beautiful goal. beautiful assist. He stopped a few Augsburg counterattacks. A few times Augsburg was running on goal, like the famous time he stopped Erling Haaland, or the famous game Bayern played against Chelsea at the Bridge in the Champions League winning season, where he tracked back and stopped like Mason Mount or those type of players. He was really good. So important for Bayern Munich's defensive game in this instant. And it really worked out well for Davies. Ulreich also gets 7 out of 10. Don't think he could have done much for either of the goals, so I'm not going to blame him much. Distribution was okay, made a few saves. So that's the player ratings, that's the match analysis. Come back for the player ratings match analysis for the next Bundesliga game. Come back for the lineups video, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.